There are 10 summer tricks that can make your life a lot easier in summer, but unfortunately almost nobody knows them. Watch this video to find out what they are and why you absolutely have to use them. In the end, you wish you had known them earlier. For the first trick, you need an empty plastic bottle. It is important that it is a plastic bottle. Now fill it half full with water. You can also simply fill it with water from a water bottle, as we want to drink this later. But first you should close the bottle now and then put it in your freezer. It is important that you put it in sideways here. Just leave it in the freezer now, and when you want to use it, take it out. All the water in here is frozen, but only half the bottle. That means we can add more water up here, because now we fill up the rest of the bottle with water too. The advantage of this is that you can take the whole thing with you when you're out and about and have cold water with you for much longer, so that you can cool down from time to time. Did you buy some flowers in the summer and want to plant them? Then you should use this trick. Take the flower out of the small saucer. Now place this in the pot where you want to plant the flower and put the soil around it. This makes it easier if the flower is not yet in the pot. And if you take the pot out now, the flower will fit perfectly into this small gap. Put it in, press the soil around the edge a little, and you've planted it much more easily than without this method. Do you fancy a delicious ice cream, but the ice cream is clearly too hard and it's difficult to get it out with a spoon? Then simply grab a knife and cut it. This is usually much easier, and you can cut it into pieces as big as you like. Cut it off a little at the edge, and now you can simply take it out with a spoon and place it in the bowl. This means you never have to wait for the ice cream to thaw and can enjoy it straight away. But there is another method for this problem. Again, the ice cream is clearly too hard, and what you can do is not just put the ice cream in the freezer in this packaging, but put it in a freezer bag beforehand. Because if you put it in the freezer bag now, i.e. the whole tin, and then freeze it, this won't happen again in the future. And the next time you take the ice cream out, it will be much softer, and you can dig in with a spoon and scoop some out for yourself to enjoy. Such a conventional muffin tin can also help you in summer. There are 2 ingenious tricks for this. For the first, you should cut a small slit in the middle of the mold. Because if you now get an ice cream on a stick, like this one, you can simply push it through here and no longer have the problem of the ice cream dripping when it starts to melt. Because all the liquid will now just drip in here. And for the second trick, you can simply place a muffin tin like this on a glass. Especially if you're drinking something outside, something sweet, then this is a good combination so that wasps can no longer get to your drink. This way you can protect it, and whenever you want to drink, simply take it off, take a sip, and then put it back on. There is another ingenious trick for chilled drinks. The first step is to cut up some fruit or leave it whole and then simply put it in the freezer. With strawberries, for example, I always cut off the green part. With grapes, I simply put them all in the freezer. You can store them wonderfully in an ice cube mold like this. Now that they've been in the freezer and are nicely frozen, you can put them in the glass first and then pour in your drink. The advantage of this is that you can cool drinks down wonderfully without watering down your drink with ice cubes. And at the end, you still have a delicious fruit to enjoy with it. This is a particularly good combination for sparkling wine or wine, and you can make children's eyes light up with this quick insider tip. Because if you take a dandelion and put it in a glass of water, it should look like this, but when you take it out, it is completely dry again and puffs up again. And the next trick can help you with a problem that you are certainly familiar with. To do this, you should take a larger container. It can also be a bucket, and fill it 1/3 full with cold water. You will then need ice cubes. Fill the second third with the ice cubes here too. One important ingredient is still missing: salt. I'll show you why this is particularly important in a moment. Now pour a really good amount of salt into the bucket and then start stirring everything well. Because now comes the real insider tip. Because you can now simply put your drinks in here and leave them in for about 10 to 15 minutes. The combination of the cold ice cubes, water and salt means that it cools down very quickly. This means you get your drinks chilled really quickly, much quicker than if you just put them in the fridge. It's therefore the perfect trick if you've forgotten to chill your drinks but still want to enjoy a few cold ones. And the absolute insider tip if you want to clean your garden furniture, for example, is to tip a little washing up liquid into your garden hose. Just tip it in right up here. Because now you can use the washing up brush, and what happens is that a small amount of the washing up liquid always comes out. This means that when you clean your garden furniture, your garden table, or anything else in the garden, for example, you no longer have the problem of having to keep going back to the washing up liquid or having to mix up a mixture. Instead, it comes straight out of the hose and you can get things clean again much more quickly and easily. Be sure to try out these tricks for yourself. And if you would now like to know which 7 things you should never throw in the bin, even though you have always done so, then click on the video you see on the screen.